Which is worse? You not wanting to handle your situation, or you don't think you're worth the trouble from someone else handling you? Hi, friends, it's Adam, the crippled cannabis cowboy. Thanks for watching my video on which is where I don't know, it's all worse. It all freaking sucks. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. If you liked what you saw and you learned something, subscribe to the channel. Help me out a little bit. Both of those avenues suck. I know because they both hit me. And whether you don't feel good enough to handle whatever situation is presenting itself, and then there's maybe you think that someone else doesn't think you're worth the trouble, they can compound. They will absolutely drive you freaking bonkers. It kind of ties into the whole question mark behind, like me. There's a big question mark hanging over my head, and that sucks, is not knowing what to expect, not knowing what's gonna happen. Am I gonna die? Am I gonna die alone? Is there someone that's gonna share this experience with me, or is there someone that's gonna help me pull myself out of it? Your mind just constantly goes, it just goes, your gears are grinding. And from what I've noticed, it's not necessarily a good thing. I mean, it could be a good thing, but you're gonna get hit with that bad shit first. And how you handle that bad shit and what you decide to do with that bad shit that you've learned, that kind of, it's like the beginning of training your brain. It's not gonna fix anything, but it's kind of like you catch yourself, and then after you catch yourself a second time or a third time and a fourth time and a fifth time, then maybe you kind of start to understand more about whatever situation. Everybody wants to know what happens after they croak. I can tell you what you feel like, I guess, before. I mean, I can't even freaking walk anymore, so thinking of death is like, it's a big thing in my brain. It's always present. It could happen at any time, whether it's my health or I take a sudden fall and break my freaking neck. Who knows? The, the one thing that I noticed is the more terrified of that I am, because it is terrifying, the more afraid I am of that, it makes me make dumb, I already make dumb judgment calls, but they make me make worse judgment calls. So I'm kind of tired of that. I want to see a situation, I want to understand it as best I can before I involve myself. Now, thinking back is kind of like what sort of led me to these conclusions with, I could have did this better, I could have did that better. There's a lot of facing the music when it comes to going disabled. You're gonna see the world move without you, and that's tough to identify with. I gotta admit, you kind of, everybody loves to feel important and that kind of stuff, and maybe you're not important enough to someone else. The weird thing is, you are important enough. If something is happening to you, your choice. You can, freaking cry and moan and bitch and piss your pants in the corner or whatever, or you can do something about it. You could learn. It's, you don't have to learn the first time, maybe second time, maybe third time, maybe fourth time. Like I said, there's no time limit on this. Some people do learn the first time. I don't. I gotta screw up plenty of times before I actually learn something. I guess I'm one of those slow learners. I know I have two speeds, slow and stop. That's all I can do. Anyway, if you did like this, subscribe to my channel, help me out a little bit. I'm really just kind of rambling and venting and sharing what is happening to me. Yeah, you're gonna think of the olden days and the things you used to do, and that's part of it. So when you understand, when you go disabled and you understand that those things are going to happen in your future, and from what I'm noticing, it doesn't necessarily have to be like you going disabled. It could just be an age thing. You could just be getting older and your eyesight sucks, your hearing sucks, your movement sucks, everything changes. I have friends that are going through this, and it sucks. Do your best that you can with it.